Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Social Welfare Department is looking to give as much as 40,000 pesos in financial aid to residents of earthquake-hit areas. Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo told Radio 5 that 30,000 pesos will be coming from the Human Settlements Department, while the DSWD will cover the remaining 10,000 pesos. Tulfo also said that President Marcos has instructed them to start relocation assistance to families that lost their homes to the magnitude 7 earthquake. The DSWD has set aside 10 million pesos for residents in affected provinces.
Secretary Acuzar ng Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development ay bababa po ba nagpapasama po siya para makausap po namin ang mga governors po and mga mayors na maglaan po, bigyan po ng ang national government ng mga sites na pwedeng pagtayuan po ng mga bahay, mga kababayan natin na totally damaged po ng mga bahay. Otherwise, kung partially lamang po, magbibigay lamang po siya ng cash assistance.
And the Commission on Elections said that it respects President Bongbong Marcos's decision to veto the bill making honoraria for election workers tax-free. COMELEC Chairman George Garcia said the president may have macroeconomic considerations in mind, prompting him to veto the measure. Garcia said the poll body is open to exploring other ways to incentivize election workers.
Bakit hindi na lang po natin i-increase halimbawa yung allowance honoraria na pwede namin maibigay sa kanila? Kaya naman po, pag sila'y nagte-training, pwede po namin takasan yung mga training honoraria.
We're gonna pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, is supporting the return of mandatory ROTC. Camille Samonte with the story.
The ROTC program as a mandatory component.
Mandatory ROTC is among President Bongbong Marcos' priority measures. With this, the Commission on Higher Education is supporting the proposal as well. Once mandatory ROTC for senior high school pushes through, an optional advanced ROTC program will be implemented at the college level. The veto said this program will be skills-based. Those who will complete the program will receive a diploma or certificate in military sciences or disaster management. The Commission will also amend the National Service Training Program currently implemented in college.
Ang mangyayari dito ay yung advanced ROTC as an option sa NSTP will already produce possible officers that can be recruited into the armed forces or to the reserve corps.
However, some students are still hesitant to participate in the program.
Kasi di ba po sa ibang military service po may nagkakaroon po ng hazing, tapos yung iba po na-abuse po ng mga ibang kasama po sa pagtitraining po, di ba? Kasi minsan may mga nasasaktan na babalta na na-hazing po.
The mandatory ROTC was abolished in 2002 after the death of University of Santo Tomas student Mark Chua, who was killed by his ROTC fellow after exposing the corruption and anomalies within the training corps. Chua's friend and former abolished ROTC spokesperson Attorney VJ Topacio expresses concerns over the imposition of mandatory ROTC.
Yung hustisya para sa pamilya ni Mark Wilson Chua at sa lahat ng Tomasino ay hindi pa nakakamit ng buo kasi may mga hindi pa nahuhuli. Sa years and decades of abuses, tama na, huwag na nating ibalik.
Some legislators, including Senator Bato de la Rosa, have also thrown their support for mandatory ROTC. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
One cement plant in South Korea has managed to reduce its dependency on coal by processing plastic waste instead. The details in this video from Bloomberg.
South Korean company Sangyong CNE is now burning garbage to make cement. The 60-year-old cement maker is burning 3,000 tons of synthetic resin waste from used plastics, textiles, and tires every day to run its plant in Donghae City on South Korea's east coast. The company says by burning plastic waste for fuel, it has been able to cut coal use by 30% and lower the gross carbon emissions by 3.3% from 2018. Korean cement makers are under increasing pressure to cut emissions as part of the nation's goal to lower emissions 40% from 2018 levels by 2030. The industry emits about 10% of total carbon generated from Korean industries, according to Korean Trade Ministry. Sangyong CNE said its kilns, which reached up to 2,000 degrees Celsius, can trim emissions and there's no problem on health and environment. However, critics say that burning plastic still produces carbon dioxide emissions that accelerate global warming, and South Korea lacks regulations to monitor heavy metals.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Quezon City Trial Court has postponed the arraignment of Ateneo gunman Chow Tiao Yumol to September 16. Yumol's lawyer has asked the court for time to allow the gunman to undergo psychiatric examination. President Bongbong Marcos and other government officials have paid their respects to the late President Fidel V. Ramos today. Ramos's wake will be open to the public on Sunday and Monday before his interment at the Libingan ng Mga Bayani on Tuesday, August 9. And China staged its largest military exercise around Taiwan today. This is on the back of U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taipei, despite threats and warnings from Beijing. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.